in the vast, deep blue of the ocean, where sunlight danced in shimmering beams, a little red crab named Rusty wandered all by himself. His tiny claws left faint trails on the sandy floor, a map of his lonely journey. He was a curious crab, always peering under rocks and into crevices, but he wasn't looking for shiny pebbles or tasty snacks. Every single day, he searched the great, wide ocean floor for something much more precious. A friend. He'd see a shimmering school of silver fish glide by, like a cloud of stars. "Hello!" He'd wave with his biggest claw, feeling a spark of hope, but they were always in such a hurry, darting away into the blue haze without a second glance. "Wait up," he'd call, but his voice was just a tiny bubble that popped without a sound. But everyone seemed too busy swimming away. Next, he'd spot a graceful jellyfish, pulsing gently like a floating lantern. What a lovely day! Rusty would try, stepping closer. But a little sting sent him scuttling backward. The jellyfish, unaware, would simply drift on, leaving Rusty to rub his tingling claw and sigh. His sighs were so small they just puffed up tiny clouds of sand around his feet as he continued his lonely walk. Even the empty shells had no one inside. He'd watch them roll and tumble in the gentle current. He'd nudge one with his claw, hoping for a friendly face to peek out. But they were all just empty houses, hollow and silent. It felt like the whole ocean was full of creatures, but none of them had a moment to spare for a little red crab. He was starting to think he was the only one in the world who felt this way. Just as he was about to hide under a rock for the rest of the day, he saw a flicker of movement. Peeking out from behind a vibrant piece of pink coral was a tiny, shy seahorse. It had big, curious eyes and a tail curled up like a question mark. They just stared at each other for a long, silent moment. Rusty's heart did a little flip-flop. Could this be it? Gathering all his courage, Rusty gave a slow, shy wave with his claw. He didn't want to seem too eager and scare this one away. To his amazement, the little seahorse didn't dart off. Instead, it let out a little giggle, a stream of silvery bubbles that twirled up towards the surface. Then it uncurled its tail and swam a little closer. Tentatively, they started moving together, side by side across the sandy expanse. From that day on, Rusty was never alone. He and his new friend, Sparkle the seahorse, became inseparable. They explored magnificent coral reefs that looked like underwater cities, played hide-and-seek in swaying seaweed, and bravely hid together from grumpy-looking eels. They would even hold claws and tails and dance in the currents, spinning and laughing. He had searched the whole ocean, feeling so lost and alone, and found a friend right where he'd least expected, turning his quiet, blue world into a vibrant, joyful adventure. Thank you so much for watching our little story. If you enjoyed Rusty and Sparkle's adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more heartwarming tailies from the deep. See you next time.